With the same comes to serve much balance and promotion comes attorneys argue that there are exceptional circumstances warranting the departure of mandatory detention. Mandatory detention. Well, it's kind of weird to me. When you come in, hit the like. Please hit the like when you come in. When you come into my house, please hit the like. Hit. Should I say duh or the? I say the. When you come into my house, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Ma, oh my goodness. You was right on it. Ma, hit the like. Hit the like. Oh my goodness. When you come into my house, please hit the like. Please hit the like. I don't even feel like doing this because I'm so tired. But I know what I gotta do. I gotta keep pushing no matter what. No matter how tired I am, I gotta keep grinding no matter what. No matter how tired I am, if Diddy can ask for bail out of jail, I can surely come alive and tell you all what Judge Submarine said. He said, I think about it, Diddy. Woo! I think about it, Diddy. Yeah, hey. But you cause too much violence. So I think about the 5 mil. Are you gonna put them in $100 bills? Oh, I think about it, Diddy. Hey! I need to have lights in there for a song like that. For a song like that. The song is called I Think About It, Diddy. I don't know, because you too dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and start. But this is about Refi, Alta, Alpha, Ramani. Am I saying what the word? Wait a minute. Refi, Alpha, Ramani. Let me know if I said your name right. Let me know if I said your name right. Say hello. Hello. All right. Diddy is in the prison and he's like, look at here. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this here. It's going on. I need to get out I need to breathe some air. Look ahead, Judge. Will you take the $50 million now? Now that the case is over? So he's trying to make another bail attempt while he's awaiting sentencing. Submarinian is like, I don't know, because you just provoke so much violence that you violent. So let me read you this article from People. I don't know why Diddy ain't going nowhere. I don't think he mind getting his sentence out the way. But let me go on because I got some things I want to say. Okay? Sean Diddy Combs' attorney asked a judge today to release him on a $50 million bond while he awaits sentencing for a recent federal conviction on charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. After Combs was acquitted of more serious charges of ex-trafficking and racketeering conspiracy on July 2nd, his attorney sought his immediate release on bond prior to his sentencing. I'm sorry, my phone, which is scheduled for October 3rd. Did he say, look, it's July, it's hot up in this detention center, the food is whack, I'm tired, I need to get to Star Island and breathe some air. Give me a little boat ride or something. Because October 3rd is a long way. And that is when his sentencing is. Judge Aaron Submarinian denied his release at a bail hearing, saying Combs' history of domestic violence showed he could pose a danger to others. Now, I want to stop right there real quick. The case is over. And I thought you were supposed to be judged by your peers. So he's judged by his peers, and you know, he's not been convicted of the more serious charges. He's been convicted of the lesser charges. So how do you still feel? Then you're not going by what the jury has come up with if you still think he poses a danger to others. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And ain't none of them scared of him. Ain't none of them scared of him. They lying. Cassie is not scared. You wasn't scared when you was doing all the freaky deakiness with the baby oil and everything else. Jane Doe, you are not scared. You are not scared. No, you're not scared. You're not scared. The celebrity stylists, not scared. Y'all not scared. Y'all phony. That's what y'all are. But I get it. I get it. Let's keep going. Combs was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution under the Mann Act, each of which comes to maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. So if the judge is thinking that Diddy still poses a danger to others, is he thinking that he's going to give him 10 years, 20 years on those 2 lesser charges? I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused. And I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. And I know that if y'all don't know what the Mann Act is, I believe the Mann Act has something to do with the fighter. If I'm not mistaken, Joe Louis. Of They wanted to put, I don't know, wanted to put him in prison or something because he was transporting white women across, putting them on a plane or doing what he had to do. He messing with white women. And so that's what they call the Mann Act. I would have to go a little bit deeper to find out exactly what it is. So the law requires that a defendant convicted under the Mann Act be detained ahead of sentencing unless there are exceptional reasons why it would be inappropriate. In order to be released, a defendant must not pose a risk of flight or danger to the public. He's not going, I would say that would be a no. Not a flight. He doesn't even have his jet. Diddy has been renting his jet out, what I've been hearing, to people to pay a lot of his lawyer fees. And again, I don't believe he's trying to get into any more trouble. He just want to put this behind him. And I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. And so I don't know if he really wants to hurt anybody, because if anybody else gets hurt, who they going to first look at? Diddy. And then he really going to jail. He really going to go to jail then. I don't think he would be that stupid. But then again, I don't know him personally. He could be very dumb. I don't know. But let's keep going. In their motion filed today, Combs' attorneys argue that there are exceptional circumstances warranting a departure from mandatory detention, and reiterated arguments they had made at trial, including that Cassandra, Cassie Ventura, and other former longtime girlfriend who testified at his trial under the pseudonym Jane had participated in a consensual swingers lifestyle, and they were not coerced into sex as prosecutors has alleged. Looking in, a lot of times they did. They did that on their own without Diddy asking. Or they would say they just wanted to make him happy. Look, there's not one man, I don't care nothing about your happiness, for me to be doing all this. You had to be a mad mug. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. You had to be a mad somebody, because that's something I'm not doing. I'm not doing. So I don't understand Jane Doe and Cassie and their thinking. I don't understand their thinking, so I'm not going to judge them. All right? Well, let me keep going. In the history of the statute, the Mann Act has never been applied to facts similar to these to prosecute or incarcerate any other persons. The defense's motion says, wow, they must be really scared. Combs' attorneys also say in the motion that for the last 75 years, the Mann Act, which was passed in 1910, has been limited to cases involving interstate travel for financial gain through the business of prostitution. So Is he thinking that, well, we're going to put Cassie out of it now. She married, she didn't had another baby and all that. So he really believe that these girls would go out and prostitute for him? Is that what he thinking? I'm so confused. I'm so confused because that was not the case. Now, is Diddy a monster? And is he on a whole nother level? Is he disgusting? Is he guilty of domestic violence and just nasty? Is he guilty of not paying royalties and things like that? Yes! Yes! But he has went to trial now. The trial is over. And what you were convicting him of, they found him not guilty. So I'm just a little bit confused, Judge Submarinian. Why I feel like Martin just now. Okay, anybody remember Martin? When Martin got had to go to court for a ticket, and he was like, the day of the Geechee is here. Okay, never mind. Let me get out of that because I'm gonna start tripping. Okay. So in their motions, Combs' lawyers acknowledged that he had been violent with Jane in June 2024, but said that he had been provoked. Oh, Lord. Did he? No. If you provoke, walk your rich ass away. What the world? All right. He had been provoked by her through her own acts of violence. During the trial, Jane testified that she once pushed Combs' head into a counter, prompting him to punch, kick, and choke her. Now, I got to keep going. Have you ever hit somebody first that you ain't had no business hitting? Or you hit somebody and when they slapped shit out your back, you wasn't expecting it. You was like, uh-oh, it's about to go down. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not going to judge. So Combs' new $50 million bond proposal would be secured by his mansion in Miami, according to the motion. As part of the proposed package, Combs would also forfeit his passport and restrict his travel to the Southern District of Florida and the Southern District of New York for attorney meetings. I don't think Diddy wants to lose that $50 million. I don't think he wants to lose that house in Miami or whatever what he has in New York. I don't think he wants to lose none of that because during the RICO, he could have. RICO trial, they take everything. They take everything. Boats, everything. Diddy still has all that. He still has all that. I don't think he wants to take that chance. So, Judge Submarinian has given the prosecution until Thursday, July 31st, to respond. During the 8-week trial, prosecutors alleged Combs was the head of a criminal enterprise that committed such crimes as kidnapping, bribery, and arson, and that he forced Ventura and Jane to have sex with male escorts. Both women testified at his trial. A 2016 hotel surveillance video showing Combs assaulting Ventura was among the evidence jurors were shown. Prosecutors opposed Combs' release at his bail hearing and argued that he had been violent with Jane in June of 2024, even after his homes had been raided by federal agents and while he was aware that he was under investigation on ex-trafficking allegations. Quote, the only things exceptional about this defendant are his wealth, his violence, and his brazenness, the lead prosecutor, Maureen Comey, told the judge of Combs' bail hearing on July 2nd, which Maureen Comey is now fired, and we don't know why. And guess what the next sentence is? Following the trial, Comey, who also prosecuted cases against Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, was fired. No official reason was given for her dismissal. Now, I just want to go back real quick because it says, okay, we saw the video, and I said, yes, he's guilty of that. And what they should have done is taken him across the street to the other court so he can be found guilty of domestic violence. He was not found guilty of RICO. So I'm confused. I'm confused. And then they say, okay, he was violent with Jane in June of 2024. Now, we have to remember, and I am not on Diddy's side at all. I'm not. Totally not. But we have to remember during that time how much drugs Diddy and Jane and Cassie and all of them were using at that time. Out of his mind. I pray to God that he has gotten help in that detention center. He said he's been to rehab or whatever. And if he has, his mind is so much clearer now. He's not like in a brain fog. Now, whether he's still freaky, yes, I do believe that. I do believe he's still freaky and he gonna love himself some baby oil forever. I really do. Do I believe he's bisexual? Yes, I do. And if you come out, Diddy, and say you bisexual, you don't have to live in the closet no more. Just come on out and live your truth. And let this all be over with. I'm not understanding. Let it all be over with. If you would say that you was bisexual, you wouldn't even be in this trouble. And keep your hands to your damn self. You want to be directing movies and all that, but yet and still Jane Doe, like we don't know who you are by now. And Cassie, y'all was still doing it. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say it again. It could be my husband. And if he said, we about to have a freak off, he'll be a mad somebody because that's not something I'm into. And if he said, well, look at here, I'm going to have to cut off your allowance. Your rent ain't going to get paid. I don't care nothing about that. Because then I'm going to have to go get a job. And then I'm going to have to move in with my mother. And I'm not doing a freak off. I'm not getting in the bathtub with baby oil. And I'm not having no freak offs for no 4 or 5 days where I got to get an IV in me to give myself back my vitamins. And not only that, I'm walking around with a black eye, a busted lip. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing it. Why'd y'all come back? Even after he whipped y'all, y'all still came back. Even on the stand at trial, y'all dumbasses said, and I still love him. So what kind of threat does he impose? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments because I had to get that off my chest, and there was no way that I could upload a video without saying all that. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way that I could have just uploaded a video without getting that off my chest. So it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So y'all let me know in the comments. It's in there. Well, Rick, I don't know if I could have done that. So y'all can let me know in the comments how you feel. Again, I don't understand Jane Doe's or Cassie's thoughts because I don't think like that. And I never thought of some type of freak off or I'm going to be with 4 and 5 men at the same daggone time. You did it. You adults. And Cassie, you grew up in Connecticut with a mother and a father. Girl, you know you was wrong. You know you was being nasty. You know you was being nasty. So, look at here. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Even after Cassie mentioned about the sores and stuff in her mouth that she kept getting, she still was doing it. She still was doing it. You mean to tell me you getting STIs and to the point of where it's even hurting you, you got sores in your mouth, and you still doing something is wrong mentally. They need to get some mental help too. Not just DIddy. Everybody that got up on that stand needs a mental evaluation. Because if you did something like that, you don't love yourself. And you would have to explain to me, if I saw you face to face, explain to me what would make you do such a thing. What would make you do such a thing? I'm not understanding. Jane Doe, you had OnlyFans. So what made you stop your OnlyFans and be with DIddy to do that? OnlyFans, you ain't got to do nothing. You just can make pretend you doing something. Well, I'm so confused, y'all. I'm so confused. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do, and y'all know how I get like really emotional and excited. Let me know in the comments how y'all feeling. I just don't think that DIddy would flee or take a chance on losing that $50 million, his home, and everything else if he was to get out. I guarantee you that boy would be on his best behavior, because if anything happened to anybody that was in the trial that had anything to do with the trial, came up missing or anything, who they gonna look at? They're gonna look at him. They're gonna look at him. So, I don't know. Let's wait till Thursday, July 31st, and see what the prosecutors are going to say. Because DIddy said, I need to be on Star Island. And until the next video, wait, before I hang up, I need y'all to like, I need you to share. I need you to subscribe. And you know my goal is 120. It still can be done. It still can be done by the end of this month. 120 subscribers by the end of this month. It still can be done. It can be done. Don't say, well, girl, it's going to the end of the month almost here. I don't care nothing about that. Just do what I said, please. Hit the notification bell so that you will get an email when I'm going to go live or when I upload or anything. All right? Now, I might go live because there's a story that was rather disgusting that happened in Essex, Maryland. I might go live about that because it's sickening to me, Lord. If y'all know my words, the words to the song, say the words, sickening to me. Okay, so let me know in the comments, should Diddy get out of jail on bail of $50 million? 50 million. He barely got 50 million right now. You think he want to lose 50 million? He's saying he need that 50 million. Did he like, I'm not doing that. I need that 50 million. No. Ain't nobody thinking about no Cassie. She been out all this time with her kids and Alex. No. Unacceptable. Let him out, and then whatever you're going to do with him in October, face the time, Diddy. Be a man, man up. You did all that nasty, freaky stuff, and you still nasty, freaky. Jail ain't going to change that, but maybe jail will change your other behavior. Okay? Let me know in the comments how you feeling. Don't forget to please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. I love y'all. I love y'all, to my old subscribers and to my new subscribers. I'm going to tell y'all something that's a little personal. My husband is waiting for the bank card, right? Now, he wants my bank card, and the bank card is in my purse, right? And instead of just going in my purse, I didn't open the purse up and just pull a bank card out. He's just going to sit there and wait for me to pull a bank card out. I'm going to leave it at that, okay? I'm going to leave it at that because, see, I'm not going to judge him either because I don't understand that thinking. Because if he would have said, dig in my pocket and pull out the bank card, I'm going to dig in his pocket and pull out the bank card. I am. So I'm not going to judge him because when I don't understand your thinking, y'all subscribe. Thank you. Till the next video. Peace out.